because we all make mistakes and we all say, let's do it again. Yeah.
There we go. And rolling.
Hi there, welcome back to All Things Home Care. I'm your host, Dana Arnone, and I'm here with two very special people, Maria Santiago and Mildred Gallery. Maria is the Executive Director of the Home Health Aid Institute Training School in Westbury. So welcome.
Thank you so much, Dana.
Good
It's
having
a pleasure to be here today, rather. I'm already on nighttime.
You're ahead of yourself.
Yes.
So we're here to talk about the school,
Yes.
but also the occupation of home health aides and who's going into the job and the career path that maybe some people listening might be thinking of and may want to go into. We here think I think it's a great job, but Mildred I know agrees with me. We know that, I know, and maybe you can tell your story to the viewers here, that you also started as an aide, we have that in common, and took it into a direction that you're in now. So why don't you tell a little bit about yourself and how we met and how, you got to where you are today.
Well, first I want to congratulate you on a brand new podcast. I know it's your 14th
We're number
episode.
14. This is not new anymore.
Number 14.
We're not virgins anymore. We're pros.
Wow. When you're on the air for 16 years, 14 seems like, you're just getting there.
We were just birthday.
Yes, just broken the ice. But it's a lovely thing and it's good information. The old facts of knowledge known and not shared is no knowledge at all. So basically, it's a nice informational piece to share with the world. And so I'll tell you my story. I started off, first to begin with, I think I should just give you a little insight of my landing because, every immigrant has something to say. And in today's world, immigrants carry a lot of the Americas and a lot of the world and a lot of the care. And they share a lot of care.
Now, where are you from?
I am originally from Trinidad and Tobago.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yes. My parents, I have mixed blood. My father is Indian. My mother is from France. And so together they met in Trinidad. And here I am.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Yay.
Yes. So basically, I decided one day that I had done everything, I could in Trinidad and I wanted to take a new start. So I landed in America not knowing anyone and decided that, care was what I was doing, care was what I wanted to do. My great-grandparents was whom I grew up with, and I was now breaking off from them, and I just wanted to continue that care. So I actually went to Partners in Care and studied to be a home health
Don't
aide.
say that name.
Well, to me, it's a great start,
It's okay. Anybody can start anywhere,
Okay,
and then they come
back. Wonderful company.
Yeah.
I'm
And then they
sorry,
come-
but-
yes.
No. They train well. My nurse there, Ann, trained me very well, and I started off.
How long ago was that?
That was in 1987. Mm-hmm. And I hit the road running. My first client had
sure have.
HIV. And nobody wanted to go to people that had HIV in those days. And I took every case on that was HIV positive. And I went. And those were the days when drug dealers would touch you behind when you're going up the stairs. I would be in the tenements. I would be in 145th Street. It was like, I would definitely just say, you know what, I'm going. I got God on my side. And I'm going to take care of everybody there. And so I took care of everything that moved.
But you have a calling. You have that compassion in you. And
Yes.
that's what you need to have in order to do this job. You can't...
Definitely.
Yeah, you definitely need that.
I went into one lady's house on a Sunday replacing an aide, and she had two Siamese cats. And they were basketballs of fur in this lady's house. And I remember trying to rock a corn can out of her cabinet, and it was there. She said nobody had touched that cabinet for 20 years, and so I had to rock that can out to try to clean that cabinet.
Now, how old were you?
I was young then.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still young now.
We won't age you, but
Young at heart.
What I would say to people when I was an aide, I was 20 years old.
Yes.
So I think of 20 today, and I'm like, wow.
I
don't think
started
they can do
around
it.
22, 24 in that between 22 and 24.
Yeah.
I kicked it off then.
But it's a good age to
was
start
a
when you're young,
good
because
segue.
a lot of the times, we have our own experiences in life, and things that we do change us,
Yes.
and when you are in someone's home and you're caring for them, and it's a difficult job, you see the challenges that they face on a daily basis, and then maybe you look at your life and you say, my life is not that bad. I have limbs that work. I can actually go to a
I'm a
job.
heart that can
I could
shake
do it.
air.
Yeah. So then you look at your life and you say, you know what? It's not so bad for me. So it gives you perspective on life.
And that's
how to
one of the
appreciate that
reasons why-
you have everything working and that you
Yes.
can go out there and help
Yeah,
other
but wait,
people.
I just want to say something because, at 18, 19, 20 years old, I don't think today's 18, 19, 20-year-olds are thinking that they can do this job or that it's a job that they would want to do.
That's why we have to. That's why we have to
That's why we're
address
talking
it.
to Maria
Yes,
right now.
absolutely.
Because I want them to know they can do the job, that
Absolutely.
it's a great start to whatever career path. I mean, I'm a registered nurse. You're doing community outreach. You're running a home health aid school, and I know you do other things, but don't talk about them.
But I just want to say, just in relation to any care, like I started off with
Yeah.
taking care of the disabled people, and I was young. It was a point where my mind was not, I wasn't sure, and it really did make a lasting impression on me that my problems weren't as big as I thought they were. And if I didn't do that job, my perspective would have been like, poor me, I have it so bad, things are so tough, I want to give up. No, when you're taking care of somebody and you see that there's no other option but moving forward, it makes you do that. Then you look at life differently. At least it did for me. And that's a good thing.
Well,
'Cause it
when
makes you
step
stronger,
into
makes you wanna do
someone's
more.
home, you engage in understanding what if it was you.
You hope that
You
they
hope,
engage
yes.
in
And you
understanding that-
start from there, and you want to make them comfortable. If you have to clean them, I once went into a patient's home. She was 400 pounds, and she was sitting in her facies all night. And so I was called as a fill-in, and I got there, and she started apologizing to me from the moment I entered into her door. And I said, well, where are your gloves? And she says, I am so sorry, Maria, I don't have any gloves. I said, I got a plan. Can I roam around your house? Yeah, I found some bags, some of the grocery bags,
Yeah.
and I put some, tied them around my hand, and I started cleaning her. And she cried all through my cleaning her because she felt so bad that now she was in a position where she had to have someone clean
Okay,
her.
so let me ask you a question.
Very
So
humbling.
it is. So you're talking to people right now, right?
Yes.
So Hi, So
people.
what would you say to a young adult that is looking for a path in life or a purpose in life? Like, what would you describe to them about the job that they would say, it might click in their mind, I could do that job?
Well, first to begin with, I always say to people, Dana, there is an entry and an exit in life. And a lot of times people forget those two very important pieces. You come in through birth and you go out through death. And so when you consider those two things, consider every other thing that may be inside of that process that you may one day need, that you may not have the capacity to assist yourself in. And so you would need someone else to do so. And so if you're thinking that you're going to be beautiful and young all the days of your life, and you're not going to break a hip, and you're not going to have diabetes or dementia, or you're the nurse, a million other things could happen to your brain where you don't even know your name. And so you need to focus and understand that you are in this world. It's a chain link, and you have to help each other.
Okay, so you own yes, by the way. You own a school. You're the executive director of a home health aid training school in Westbury.
Correct.
We do a lot of business together because we
Yes.
like the way you train the aides, and when they
you.
come here, they're
Absolutely.
very educated. They have at least some type of baseline knowledge that we can work off of.
Absolutely.
So
And we know a moral compass. Somewhat.
Yes.
This
well,
is
because
this.
that was what I was going to get to. So when someone comes there, they're going to call you up and say, "Hey, Maria, I want to come to your school." What is the interviewing process for a school? What are the criteria to go to the school? What's the cost related to the school? Or everything that people might be thinking about right now.
Okay, so let me just say this. While I was on the field, and I feel that God had designated me for this purpose in my journey on earth, I realized that I met a lot of people along the way that either did the job, but did it just to pay their bills, did it just because there was nothing else to do, did it just because it was like a transformation in between. And so after looking at the entire forecast, I said, you know what, I would like to have a school that I can train people legally how to care for people, show them the ins and outs of how to care for people, and also allow just the ones that have the heart, that want to go out, that want to show love, show care. My motto is share and care in America. Of course, in America, it's a melting pot. There's a lot of people, so you're sharing care with the world. All different types of religion, all different types, of ethnic backgrounds. And so what I do is, with the school that I am so happy that God has blessed me with, I am able to interview folks that come through the door that want to care. So when you come into the door and you say, hey, Maria, I'd like to be a home health aide. I want to know what's your background. What have you done before? What led you to think that you can go into someone's home and be that extended family member that they need at that moment? And so once I'm through that interview, I'm able to gauge if this is going to be a good fit. Because on home care today, there's a lot of politics, as you well know. It's the care, it's the legal, it's the labor, it's the sick time, it's the this, it's the that.
The overtime.
And the overtime. And then you got the MLTCs, and then you got the CHARs, and then you got moving parts of all different pieces. The nurses, the physical therapists, everybody, the doctor, the lawyers, the elder care lawyers, everybody's playing a part. And so you need to understand that the people that you choose, or the people that want to choose themselves to care, they got to understand that they're not in the world of home care alone. And so they need to understand the dynamics. We need to teach them that. We have a program at the end of the class. It's called How to Sell Yourself. And so we make them understand how to knock that door, how to present themselves, how to walk, how to care for a patient, how to digress certain things that needs to be brought to a supervisor's attention. And so it is a pleasure, it's an honor to know that you're filtering people from the get-go that would be able to go into people's homes and care for them.
So if someone's listening or is going to be watching the podcast, what is the criteria to become a home health aide?
Well, according to the Department of Education that we're currently licensed with, and they are the big kahunas of understanding home care, along with the Department of Health, you have to have a high school diploma, or you have to take what is called the TAPE test. And so they want to understand that you can read, you can write, you can understand what you're doing to some degree. And once you finish with that, we have the home health aid classes. You have to have a physical. I don't want to forget that piece.
Oh, no,
that's crucial.
That's huge.
Because you cannot, as a nurse,
Yeah.
and Mildred being on the other side of doing the interviews, you want to make sure that an aide is not taking anything to the patient's home or getting anything to take home to their
So they have to come with the full physical, their titers,
Yes.
their PPDs.
Yes, and also a drug screen.
Right.
Very crucial.
Very
People think, why do I need a physical? Well, let me ask you something. If you're going to be doing cocaine or smoking heroin and you're going to be going into people's homes, which has been a very, in some cases, have been very detrimental to the patient, we want to weed you out. You may have a heart to do this, but if you need help yourself, we cannot place you in a patient's home.
Yeah,
and
that's fair.
and it's no embarrassment to that, because a lot of times people can get help, and we want to help you. If we see someone that come in with a drug problem, per se, we direct them, go to this facility, let's call up this place for you, let's help you with this, and so you can get help as well.
But ultimately, when
Drug
they're
screens are
coming in-
definitely necessary,
Yes.
and 2 letters of reference also, we say, because
Well, the school will give them
Yes.
a- right.
Yes, and so the letters of reference is very important. We want to know somebody else to know you that can recommend you and say, hey, you're a good fit for home care.
But the ultimate goal, the reason why you're doing all that, not only is because they're doing clinicals and they're
Right.
going into those, but that's the hiring process after. So you're helping them with job placement as well.
Correct. So
Right.
after we've weaned them out, we start the class. We have the home health aid classes. It's 83 hours and 8 hours with an internship, meaning that you go with a registered nurse in that patient's home and you go ahead and, reenact everything that we've taught you in the class, positioning, Hoyer lifting, bed turning, bathroom positioning, all that good stuff to make sure that you have a handle, that you can understand what you're doing, that you feel comfortable going out on your own in someone's home and caring for that specific client.
So if someone's again listening, that 83 hours is 3 weeks. Is it?
It's 3 weeks. It's
9 to
15
5,
days.
8 to
It's
4.
if you do it, it's 9 to 5. If you're doing the day classes, if you're doing the evening classes, it's 5 to 9. That's the home health aid piece. If you are already a PCA, which is a personal care
Yeah.
aide, and you would like to jump into the class to get an augmented certificate as an HHA, then you come in and it's 40 hours. And 43 hours actually, and then we still send you out to do a reenactment with the patient live with a registered nurse.
Yeah.
And if you have a PCA certificate or you have an HHA certificate, then we find you a job with Reliance. We put you through everything, and you go through, meeting with Mildred and making sure all that good stuff is done. And if you have, we also teach CNAs. It's a beautiful thing.
How many hours is that one?
It's 125 hours.
But I don't want to say anything negative about a CNA
Right.
because I was a CNA myself. But there's
Right.
not as many jobs for CNAs as there is for home health aides.
You know what? They may not be as many jobs, but it's a lot because of the rehab and the assisted living centers now that everybody has to branch from a hospital to an assisted living to a rehab. There's a lot of, augmentations going on there with the CNAs. And a lot of people want to be CNAs. It's almost being a nurse. And it also transitions their mind to go into nursing.
Right,
which
but
is
I
a
know
good
that
piece.
that's
Absolutely.
how I did it.
Yes.
So I understand
How
that.
long were you a nurse? How long are you a nurse?
I'm a nurse. I'm not telling you. I'm not gonna tell you how long I am.
Alright.
You add it all up.
Well, try to decide here.
No, I'm 50 now.
Okay,
I
nice.
graduated. Thank you. I
Still look
graduated.
like a beauty queen.
Thank you,
Stop.
Ari. And I graduated when I was 22. So I've been
Nice.
a nurse 28 years.
So you're hardcore home care. You love nursing. You've
But
been
that
a nurse
wasn't
and
my-
you've taken
that
care
wasn't
of-
originally- that was not my original
I want
path,
to step
though.
in here
Okay,
because
yes.
I know that appearances, Dana, comes across one way, but I want to say to everybody, all the listeners, that she is the real deal because I've been with her when we've been at a patient's house and the patient wasn't positioned right or something was not going on. I wasn't prepared to assist. I didn't know what we were doing. We just went with her to see the patient, and we go in, and she's, look, no, this is not right. She goes, all right. She grabs her. She's like a Mildred, grab her legs, and so here she is, fully dressed,
Hands-on.
full on, hands on. Didn't even blink to say, let me call somebody, whatever. Got it done. So I want to let everybody know that is who she really is, and I want to share that because sometimes people don't really realize.
Nurse is a nurse.
Absolutely, and she's
Nurse
all
is a nurse
yes.
is a nurse. Yes, it's
Absolutely.
Who you are.
Yes.
But I started when I was
Not everybody's like that.
15 in a nursing home. 16,
Yes.
sorry, as a volunteer.
I'm sorry, I had to point that out because not everybody's like that, and that's why, all of us here are so passionate about it because we see the passion in her, and it's
Very good.
contagious.
Well,
Go
it's
ahead.
contagious. We're on air now.
Yeah.
she's
And we're
sharing
bringing
our-
it to people.
I'm speechless. I have nothing to say. No, I'm
Yeah.
joking.
Wow.
I know. But for people out there, like I was in high school. I got a job in a nursing home because of my mother. I was a wheelchair transporter. and I
Thanks,
was a
Mom.
pigeon feeder. Thank you. And so then from there, I thought I was going into fashion journalism. What the hell?
You might have done well there.
No, she's doing much better here. She's
That was
helping
my-
people.
that was my-
You're a fashionista. Either
but I'm a
way.
nurse that likes to dress, so it's all
Yes.
good. It all works out.
That's good.
But it's as I was going through, sometimes you don't have a choice.
Correct.
Sometimes the choice was meant. It was
Yes.
it was out of my hands. So I thought I was going to be writing for Vogue, and here I'm writing for Reliance.
That's
so,
beautiful.
Yeah, but that was my thing. So it really, my mother pushed me in the direction that I was fighting with her the whole time because I didn't see it. And then as time went on, it became more and more clear to me. So for me, I started early on, but that really wasn't where I thought I was going to go.
Is your mother looking at the podcast today?
I don't think she knows how to access it.
Probably
So we'll give her a live copy.
I barely know how to access
Our
it.
Sunday gift. Mother, look at Dana. This
But
is what you've done.
Well, thank you. Grandma, too.
Yes.
So for me, it's like I feel like there's a lot of people out there that think a certain way, but they don't know that it's a whole different, it's not what they
Yes.
always think.
Right.
So I always like to encourage people, the pay scale's going up, the health benefits are there if they want them.
Vacation benefits.
Vacation,
Absolutely.
sick time. We here offer 401k starting
Yes.
next week.
Yes.
So for me, it's a job. It's a
good job.
It's a good job. You
It's
always
a
gonna
great
have-
great
job.
God and man, and I always say this to people: when you walk into someone's home, pretend that this was your family member.
Oh, we say that all the time.
All the time.
Yes, I mean it could
And to the
very well.
instant go in there and feel that this is a patient. I can't take care of the man, a husband if I'm only here to take care of the wife. I urge you to think about your own grandparents. Think about your own grandmother. Think about if you would like somebody to leave your grandfather there with no tea in the morning because only somebody who's taking care of your grandmother. So basically, again, I am the director of Home Health Aid Training Institute. We're located at 321 Post Avenue in Westbury. And you can look us up online, come visit, make an appointment. Doreen is there, I'm there. Come on over. We will definitely be able to position you into an interview. We have classes starting on the 1st of October and on the 6th of October. We have a day class on the 1st and an evening class on the 6th. So please come on in, register. Dan, let's talk about sponsorship.
Well, that's what I was going to get into too. So, cost of the school. Other than
Cost of the
sponsorship.
school is $500 for the home health aid classes.
For the home health aid class.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Is
basically,
it paid up front? Paid during time? Like what is
we
it?
like, because there is a $50 registration fee. There is also $50 for the book. That's a separate fee. And also, we like everyone to be uniformed, because I say to people, when you come into the school, pretend that this is a client's home. So I do not allow, and I know I sound like a sergeant in the army now, but I feel that people should start training correctly. We want to keep up the high academics of the school. We make sure that the classes are run correctly. We have Cynthia, she's a great nurse. We have Gil, he's been a nurse for 40 years. We have Angelina. Angela is on sick leave, but she's a wonderful registered nurse. Worked with Northwell. You know, these are people that has a lot to bring to the table as registered nurses. We're looking for a Spanish registered nurse. If there's anybody out there that would like to come in and apply with us, we are licensed to teach Spanish students, and we want to bring some folks from Puerto Rico and train them and put them out in a work field and help them out. But basically, the price is $500 for the home health aid classes. It's $1,000 for the CNA classes. It's $380 for the PCA classes. And you have been very generous. You've offered to sponsor people that are serious, that would like to come to the school.
We do. Yeah.
And then work with you. You want to give them a job. The
What-
Labor Department should be loving
how-
us.
I know. They
the
really
Department
should.
of Unemployment.
Yes.
The thing for me is that if
We should interview the Department of Unemployment and just
They
have some
won't
live
talk to
people.
me.
Oh, they'll talk
They
to us.
won't
We'll
talk
call
to me.
them
I
up.
call them all the
Next
time.
podcast, we'll get them on. That's
anyway,
it.
for the Department of Labor out there, we want to talk to you.
Yes.
Employment. That's a joke. I don't want
Putting
to talk
people
to you.
to no, it's a good thing, because you know what?
No.
You put them to work.
Yes.
You know
Yes.
how many times I argue with Department of Unemployment?
Why?
Every day. Because when I get an unemployment thing from an aide and I
You're
get
like, I have a
unemployment,
job.
I'm like, I got 50 jobs. How dare you give them
Yes.
unemployment? No offense, but that's not right. There's
Right.
no reason.
'Cause some people don't wanna go here, they don't wanna go there, they don't wanna
reason
go
a
there.
home health aide should be out of work.
There's
None.
always work.
There's always
No
a shift.
reason.
There's always a job.
And if you're
that's-
looking for a job and
Yes.
you're looking and you're gazing into this podcast today, come. What's your address? 1035
Park Boulevard.
Park Boulevard. Come to the door. We'll give you a job. No excuses. And you're
But
paid
they have to be a
well.
certified home health aide. 'Cause
Certified
we get
home
people
health
here all the
aide.
time. But what I always want to say too is because we have the kiosks. One of the reasons why we started the kiosks in the malls was not only for information, but I really feel like people don't know what a good job it is. I'm very passionate about what a good job
Yes.
is. So we put the kiosks in the malls with people so that we could talk to them.
And you're trying to
say-
change the perspective of how people view this job that
Yes.
somehow it got lessened, and it shouldn't, because it's the core is
Scares humans.
yes, absolutely.
I say to my
we put more
students-
value in electronics than we do in a human life. We have to change that. Like
Well,
there's
they're
something wrong
robots.
with that.
And the whole robotic situation
Yeah,
that's coming along.
but listen,
But
a
you know what?
robot
We're
will
still
never be able.
humans.
A robot will never be able to take care of a human being.
Right.
Thank God. That you
Well,
need. So home care is exempt
I
from
don't know
that.
what China would say if they heard that. They heard you say that.
No, but I always sit
they're
there-
doing everything.
If someone says that they can't find a job, or if they really should look into being on a home health aide, and that's why we have the kiosks, and we have people
Just
there.
think about yourself aging. Look at your great grandmother. Look at your great grandfather. Look at your heritage, and know that there's care to be shared. And once you understand that, I say everything else is gravy.
It's a piece of cake.
It is.
It's easy peasy.
I love Karen. I go into people's home now, and I go supermarket shopping for them. I take them to get a haircut. I go to BJ's. I make sure I augment whatever they're doing. Make sure they have the right compatible aid. Speak with you 100 times. Make sure Mildred will interview them. You know, it's a joy. It's a love, and you have to just understand you're on this earth. You're in a journey, and do what you can to make somebody else happy.
Well said.
Yes.
Well said. But for when just going back to the kiosks, is one of the things that we have at the kiosks is information about the school.
Good.
So Reliance, one of the things that we do here is that if we have someone that comes to us that is over the age of 18, high school diploma, we actually go into the high schools to talk to kids about this as a career choice for them. But we will help pay for the school. So that's how much we really want good.
And we're diverse.
parents.
You know, it's not. We just don't want all immigrants. Like I said, we come from all different walks of life. It's a melting pot. We want Italians, we want Jews, we want Russians, we want Slovenians, we want Jamaicans, we want Haitians, we want everybody. We are open. The doors are
Yes.
open
Yes.
to train. We're open to place. We're open to give you a job. Dana and Mildred are here. We want to give you a job. We want to put food on your table, but we want you to share your care and your heart with someone else.
And we're willing to help pay for you to go to school to do it.
And you will.
So,
I mean, it couldn't get
come
better
on.
than
No,
that.
And if you're
not-
graduating high school, just to the younger generation, if you're graduating high school and you're not sure what you want to do, try this. If you're a kind person and you're really unsure, maybe you want to go into medicine, but you're not sure if you're going to like it, going into somebody's home you will be certain whether you like it or not. And I'm not saying this so that we can use people as examples, but that's how you'll find out if this is for you, by going in the home and actually doing the work. So that's what I'd say for the younger people. We need you. We need you. Your parents need you. Your grandparents need you. Like, you need to stand up and come on and join Homecare. I mean, it's important.
We went into Westbury High School and we tested out a few young people there, and we had a very good success rate.
I remember.
With them coming, and training, and it's after school you have to have a direction and you have to know what you need, and if we can help you to do that, hey, listen, you're on your journey.
Yeah.
And if you want to become a nurse, I always say start somewhere.
Well, and I tell Mildred this all the time. I like going into the libraries and talking to people about, a stay-at-home mom. I preach all the time.
Yes.
Stay-at-home moms or moms who kids go
Join
to
the workforce.
Go to elementary school, and you need to help your husband pay a local bill, a food bill. We have 4-hour cases, 3 days a week.
Well, I started working with you for that reason.
Yeah.
My kids were all in school, and I had some time. And Dana was like, Mildred, why don't you come and join and try?
Yeah.
And so I did, and I absolutely loved it.
But you
and
can help your husband pay for the food.
Yes,
or
not
pay
only
for-
that, it's extra just to have for your kids to
sometimes
save. I know, but listen. It's definitely a fantastic job, and if you're a stay-at-home mom and you're just joining the workforce again, give this a try. I
Or
think
if
you're
your
going to
mom's
like it
me and
because
Mildred, where
you're
our
already a
kids have
caretaker.
graduated high school. What do you do all day?
Yeah,
That's what I always say.
but
What do do all
you're a
day?
caretaker already. You're used to taking care of your children and
Some
used to that.
people, besides shopping, they're looking for something to do, and I
Yeah.
think people, because of their understanding of how many people are getting dementia, how many long ago people didn't understand, Dana, as a nurse. Dementia was a hidden thing. Well, my grandmother's getting old. My grandfather's getting old.
Well, they thought they were
I'm just
faking
sorry.
it.
And they're just miserable. They're just people aren't just miserable. There's a lot of Alzheimer's, dementia. What a
Well, the this afternoon I have coming on the podcast the founder of the Lewy Body Dementia Foundation. She's coming on to talk about this whole big huge thing about Lewy body dementia and how she's out there trying to get the word out. That's what Robin Williams started.
Yes.
So she's coming on this afternoon to talk about her foundation and how there's monies or information sharing for people that are struggling, because a lot of times they're young.
Yes.
We actually had a patient that's 55.
wow.
So you're 55. That's us.
Yes. Multiple
Mostly you.
Dystrophy, yeah.
and MS. It's
Sad.
it's sad.
Like our patient at MS.
Oh my goodness! I went to a client's home, and I got a new awakening in life to understand this. I mean, you're the nurse. I'm not the nurse.
Yeah.
This whole multiple sclerosis,
Yeah,
right? Where your muscles tighten.
Yeah, but your brain is fine.
Your brain is fine, but your muscles are tightening. And every word that you open your mouth to say, it creates a whole big need, a whole big set of energy to create. And your muscles are tightening, and you know that you're going to be passing away any minute now, but you're surviving because your brain is saying one thing and your body is saying something else. And this person isn't in. You have to go in there, and you have to really be on your guard, really understanding, because you don't want the person to fall. You want them to understand. You have to be compassionate. You have to show love. You have to show care. This person is drooling. You want them to be at the best. You want them to have hope. You want them to pray with you. It's a lot.
It is a
but
lot.
But I think it's a beautiful thing when people can be trained, when they can, I always praise Dr. Reimer from the Department of Education. He's a lovely man. I went in, there is a director's course that the Department of Education offers. My field person, Melissa Johnson, is a wonderful woman as well. They come out and they show you. Dr. Reimer he gets into the point of what you should do, what you shouldn't do, how you should get things going, how you should position, the applications to make sure that everything is good. He said to me, almost as every other city in the United States. You know, you can go in, you can do a class. With New York, it's very stringent. They make sure that you can understand every part of what's going on, so that way you can be the best of the best to go in.
But
and
it's
care for
still,
someone.
but it's not you, but
Yes.
the system is still lacking.
Well,
Who enters
to say
into the
the
job
least.
of a home
Yes.
health aide at times is lacking. I say all the time, we fire more than we hire.
Yes.
That's the truth.
You know what I'd like to say, though? I'd like to say, because I just thought of something. If you are a person that likes to be needed and feel needed, this is the job for you. Because you will be needed, and that patient that you're taking care of needs you.
Yes.
So if needing is what makes you feel good, this is the job for you.
Yes.
I like to feel needed. I love this
You
job.
are needed, Mildred.
Thank you. But it's true. So if that's something that inspires you, I'm not joking. Please try this job. You
Right,
won't. You
so-
won't regret it.
Let's just wrap up what we discussed here today.
Yes.
So for me, working with you has always been a pleasure.
Thank you, the same.
Yeah, thank you. And
Very much
we are
so.
very happy to have such a nice connection with the school, that we are like-minded in, who enters the school, who's going to get through the program, and what the outcome is going to be in the long run. We both want to have a change, or at least have some type of a hand in who's
Yes.
doing the care in the home.
We're
Very-
making history, Dana.
Absolutely. We're trying.
absolutely
We need you behind us to join us.
100 years from now, somebody's going to be looking at this podcast and say, "Oh my God, I want to be like Dana. I am like Mildred." And you know what?
No, you know what they're going to say? I want to join Reliance, because it's really not so much about one individual person. It's about this business. And what we're trying to do is change the perspective of who does the work, of who actually needs the care. And so we're trying to have this conversation and start something and create a change, because home care needs it. So Dana definitely is on the forefront of it, and she's, telling us all to join in. So come on, please join us.
My thing is, I want my legacy to be carried on. I want to have the school standing 100 years from now, where folks can come in and they can train carefully, properly, and go out in the field and be the best that they can be caring for someone.
Well, I hope that for you.
Yes, thank you.
And I hope I'm still.
And we're gonna be like the two ladies.
We're
from
gonna
the
be rocking.
Culinary
We're gonna be rocking.
No,
in our,
we're
in
gonna
our-
be.
in our
We're gonna be
rocking chair.
hiring. We're still gonna be the hiring factor, and we're still gonna be. Our kids are gonna carry on.
I hope to-
on the training.
That would be wonderful.
Yes.
I hope
Yes.
so.
To God.
Okay, so
Be the glory.
Maria, a Home Health Aid Institute training school in Westbury, training home health aides, CNAs, English, hopefully Spanish.
Yes,
telephone
English,
number?
hopefully Spanish. Our phone
Give
number
me your-
is
mhm.
516-333-3689. We'll be happy to have you come by. We're open from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Almost 7 days a week. And we do have weekend classes, and you're very happy to come by. Even if you didn't want to join, you just want to look at our school. It's a nice school. It's positioned
Very nice.
It's nestled in Westbury. We are having our wonderful fair, and Dana is going to be there. We are going to be running a podcast straight from Westbury on October 20th. You have to come by Westbury. The whole of Post Avenue will be closed in, and we're going to be doing a live podcast there. So come on down, see the school. We'll give you a tour. Dana will be there. You can speak with us live in person. We thank you for listening to our podcast.
Thank you.
Look forward to seeing us again.
Yes. If you have any other questions, you can visit our kiosks in the Green Acres Mall or the Broadway Mall in Hicksville. You can call us here at 516-308-4840 or visit RelianceHSSNY.com. You can, talk to us through the website or give us a call. We can definitely connect you with Maria.
Absolutely.
It's a pleasure.
Peace.
Thank you.
Have a good
Bye-bye.
day. Bye.
Ciao.